Hi, I'm Doug Reynolds and welcome to my video blog that I do monthly. I'm a real estate agent in Sacramento, and once a month I basically just do kind of an update of what's going on in the market for buyers and sellers so they know what's going on in the Sacramento area. And this is your video update for the end of June and the beginning of July 2010. Well, the statistics came out for the month of May, and once again it's bounced up a little bit. We went up from 185,000 to 190, so the median price is now at 190,000. Haven't seen the price that high since almost 2 years. Got to go back to September 2008, the last time. Then we dropped below, and then we've been working our way up. We've been talking about that. As expected, we talked about the buying season when the spring and summer sales usually pick up. The sales were up this month again. As it's been the norm for about the past year and a half, it's still considered a seller's market based on the inventory to the sales pace. We're only at about 2.5 months worth of inventory, 2.4 months worth of inventory right now, so still considered a seller's market. One thing that's been going on lately is the number of conventional sales, which means they have equity in the house. It's not bank owned and it's not a short sale. Those have actually been going up lately. In the month of May, they were about 41% of the sales for May. REO, or foreclosure sales, were about 35%, and REO stands for real estate owned. That's what the term for bank owned properties. And then the remainder, the 24% left, was short sales on the market. So kind of a trend. You know, in the past we've been having a lot of the REOs. Well, now conventional sales have actually overtaken the REO sales for a little while. One factor being a lot of sellers, they were watching the market just drop and drop and drop, with buyers having tons of inventory to pick from. Well, now that the inventory's gone down, sellers have gained the power now, and a lot of sellers that were watching and they needed to sell, want to sell, they've now decided, okay, now's the time for me to put the house on the market. Another reason being a lot of the bank-owned inventory has just kind of gone away as well, as a lot of you are out there knowing and reading that the foreclosures, there's just not as many available for sale right now. In terms of the short sales, they've slowly continued to be trickling up. I expect that to continue. I've talked about that in the past, how short sales are really starting to come on strong. The government and the banks are really pushing to avoid the foreclosure and try and get the short sales done. Let's switch gears here and talk about the California buyer tax credit. If you remember in the past, we talked about there's $200 million allotted for this. $100 million of that is for a buyer of a brand new home that's never been lived in before. The other $100 million is for a first-time home buyer. And for the first-time home buyers, you can't apply for that credit until you close escrow. And this started May 1st. Well, the latest update, I'm doing this in the middle of June, there's been about 70 million so far allotted out of that 100 million. So they're still currently taking applications for the tax credit, but they're expecting to pretty soon here be running out. You can check out on the Franchise Tax Board's website the latest of where they're at with how much money is still available. The numbers haven't come out for the new homes yet, but they're not as high as the first-time homebuyer tax credit. That's going to last a little bit longer. Okay. Other than that, not a whole lot more to talk about. Just want to remind you, if you're looking for information about the Sacramento market, just check out my blog. You can find a link for it at my website. You can go buywithdoug.com or sellwithdoug.com. Either one of those takes you to the same place. And check out my blog. It's got lots of good information about what's going on in the market. And you can also find me on Facebook, Doug Reynolds Real Estate on Facebook. Become a fan or like my business page, and you can keep up to date. Not just always real estate stuff. A lot of stuff just going on in the Sacramento area, talking about Second Saturday, other free events that are going on or anything. So hope you enjoyed the update for the month. Feel free to call or email me anytime. Like I mentioned, you can find my contact information at buywithdoug.com. And hope you're having a great summer and clear skies.